What is it like? We just talked to your brother, but from your perspective, what do you think it's like for him to play the old school for the national championship?
It's probably a pretty cool moment for him. You know, a lot of those guys are still his buddies over there. You know, obviously want to be able to beat your buddies, have a little bit of bragging rights, but I think it's just a national championship regardless, though. Regardless if it's ex school or not, but yeah, it's a cool moment for him, I'm sure.
Sonny, how special is it for you just to get to go through this with your brother?
It's super special, you know, being able to play with him on a high level of football, you know, here at Ohio State, and then being able to compete for a national championship. You know, we're both Columbus kids from the area, so being able to have the opportunity to bring a championship back to Columbus is super special. It's a blessing.
Sonny, what is it about picking gym that produces so many good athletes?
I don't know. I can't really tell you. I don't know. I don't know if you could say it's the youth programs or something like that. I think you got a lot of there's a variety of different competitions like when I was growing up. So I feel like guys were really competitive and we were always competing against each other growing up. But yeah, it might be something in the water. I don't know.
Is there a sense of pride though? There's so many Big Ten guys here that on this run.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, being an Ohio guy in general, you know, you want to represent Ohio well. You know, it's funny. A lot of guys from like the other states, I don't think they respect Ohio football enough sometimes. Like the Florida guys, Texas guys, but yeah, it's just a blessing to be able to represent Ohio, represent Pickerington, and you know, you want to represent them well, obviously.
How have you seen your brother grow in this defense?
You know, I think he's gotten a lot better over the past 2 years he's been here. He's got better in man coverage. He's got better in being able to do a variety of different zone drops at nickel. I think you see Jordan Hancock do it a lot in the game time reps, and you know, he's had his fair share of game time reps with those third downs and things like that. And I think he's came in and done his job pretty well. But I think he's just earning trust each week after week after week. He's earning trust with Coach Knowles. So I think you know, he's got to keep getting better. I'm proud of him.
So which hit was better, the one that you had on the guy from Tennessee or the one on the helmet?
I don't really know, honestly. Yeah, I don't really know. They're both pretty good hits, I guess.
Do you feel like those kind of, obviously, the big hits, one result of incompletion, setting the tone for the defense, even in the middle of the game, just like those kind of plays that might seem just like one hit. Do you feel like those kind of carry through to the rest of the defense? Yeah, I mean, I think Coach Day talks about it all the time. When you go out there and play a game, early on in the game, there should be individual players on both sides of the ball that are setting the tone. Like, for example, you see like Lathan when he played Oregon, hitting that running back early in the game. I feel like that sets a tone. Or you see our O-line firing off the ball, putting people on their back, Travion and Quinshawn running through people, like that sets a tone. And I think the rest of the team feeds off that energy. So it definitely does something.
Sonny, what
to be
stands
the
out?
one to set the tone? What does that mean to you? As a guy who's been first year as a linebacker, what does it mean to set the tone?
Yeah, obviously, you want to set the tone as a linebacker. You want to be physical. You want to let everyone know you're physical. You want to let a guy know I'm gonna be here for 4 quarters. But you're not chasing after the play. But I mean, it definitely feels good to be the one to set the tone, no doubt.
Sonny, what stands out to you about Notre Dame's running game?
I think they have a variety of running backs that are all explosive. Love, they got 24. They got the other kid 20. I think his dad used to be an NFL player. And then also another part of the run game is the quarterback. He's very explosive. He runs hard, but I think there's just a variety of ways they can do it, and they're very physical with the way they run the ball.
What's different about defending a team that runs the quarterback as much as Notre Dame does? I mean, Leonard gets like 11 carries a game.
I think it adds a whole nother what's the word I'm looking for? Dimension to the game. Yes, a whole nother dimension to the game. And obviously, when you have a quarterback running the ball, it adds an extra hat in the box or extra blocker. So it kind of messes with the defense sometimes. Sometimes you may have to bring an extra hat into the box and match that. So it can be a little tricky sometimes.
Is he as dangerous as scrambling as he is with design runs, or it seems like he does both?
Yeah, I think he's dangerous either or. I think sometimes those scrambles are more dangerous because you got guys dropping in the coverage, taking their eyes off him for a second, kind of opens up the field for him, and that's like a guaranteed like 10 yards if you don't have someone spying him. So that can hurt you. I mean, you feel like you got everyone covered, and then you turn around, he's sprinting down the field for 10, 15 yards.
So what do you pardon me for asking this question, but what do you know more about the wheel route now than you did a few days ago? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a tough play.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in cover 3. You got to protect the inside first. He's a fast guy, but I think you got to get hands on him. You got to collision him to mess up the timing of the route. That was probably what I didn't do right.
Yeah, because you know Notre Dame's looking at that play, right? I mean, they
no
only
doubt.
scored 2. Yeah. And then the other thing, Lorenzo, when y'all were playing little kids, did you see him more as a DB or a wide receiver way back when?
I mean, we were younger, probably receiver. He didn't play that Probably more of a receiver. He was always like so explosive. He was scoring so many touchdowns. But as we got to high school, I could see like his build and his speed and his size and physicality would definitely work at DB as well. So I was pretty interested to see if he was ever going to switch to DB, which obviously he did now.
Sonny, what's the key to dealing with an offense that just finds a way?
You got to match their physicality. You got to match their will. I mean, when you say they find a way, I think that has to do something with their will, and it starts with their head coach and Coach Freeman. I think he does a great job with that team, and it flows all the way down to the players. I think the quarterback, Riley Leonard, I think he's a huge part of that will to just get it done. I think you see a lot of times in like 4th and 1s, 4th and 2s, or 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 6s, they give him the ball. I think that's their guy. I think he's a great competitor. He's a great leader. I think the offense feeds off of him.
Sonny, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sonny.